analysts here, play-by-play for the Uppbeat Canucks. You got it locked in the line change, a Vancouver Canucks podcast.
Obsessed with the lottery. Everyone wants the flashy number one overall pick, but historically, teams haven't won just by picking at the very top. They win by finding the elite talent that everyone else is overlooking. Enter Chase Reid. While the media is hyper-focused on the big names, Reid is quite putting numbers and showing a toolkit that could make him the biggest steal of the 2026 draft. Today, we're looking at why Chase Reid isn't just a prospect, but the fact that he could very well be the exact missing ingredient for his core. If Alvin and the front office are smart, this is the name they're circling if they miss out on the two big names at the top of the draft and end up picking third overall. Let's take a look at Chase Reid's. There we go. Chase Reid, 25-26 team is the Sioux Greyhounds of the OHL. Date of birth is December 30th, 2007. Place of birth is Chesterfield. I believe that is Mississippi, I want to say. U.S. height, 6'2", 187 pounds. Shoots right. Obviously, he's the defenseman. And his NHL draft eligibility. And this is, of course, the first year he is eligible for the draft. When it comes to the rankings, he was ranked 4th in the NHL Central Scouting for North American skaters. For the Hockey Writers, Berrettini, 4th. The Hockey Writers, Forbes, ranked 5th. Hockey Writers, Orth, ranked 4th. And then for TSN's Craig Button, he was ranked 3rd. Daily Faceoffs, Stephen Ellis has him at 4th. Sportsnet's Jason Bukala has him at 5th, while Sam Constantino of Sportsnet has him at 4th. McKean's Hockey has him at 4th, and Smart Scouting has him at 6th. When he was playing in the North American Hockey League a season ago, nobody would have dreamed of ranking Chase Reid as the top defenseman for the 2026 NHL draft. Now he might have a case. Let's start with the numbers. With 18 goals and 29 assists in 42 games, Reid is tied for 9th in point scoring among OHL defensemen. This is despite missing time due to a current injury and representing the U.S. at the 2026 World Junior Championship. In points per game, he ranks 2nd. While we're on the topic, Reid was solid at the World Junior Championship. He put up 2 goals and 2 assists in 5 games, tying for first in points among U.S. defenders. The Americans were bounced in the quarterfinals, but the 18-year-old showcased his dynamic potential. Diving into his game, Reid is a great skater. His edge work is elite, allowing him to carry the puck with ease. He takes advantage of this in all 3 zones, from breakouts to power play situations. Reid's skating is part of the reason why he's arguably the top play-driving defenseman of the 2026 class. Next, Reid has an impressive shot. He's averaging over 4 shots on goal per game. They're not just muffins from the point. If you find Reid in a high-danger area, be wary that he can snipe like a forward. From long range, he's also effective at getting shots on target. Reid also does a lot of important things from the back end. For one, he has a good defensive stick, which he's used to kill rush attempts. Also, given his status as a minute-munching, play-driving defender, Reid has to retrieve a lot of pucks. He does so admirably, which leads to breakouts the other way. With more skilled teammates who could handle his passes better, he'd be even more deadly. This can be seen as both a positive and a negative, but Reid has really burst onto the scene since his OHL debut in December 2024. His trajectory has soared. One can only imagine what the next few years of development will look like. Let's take a look at his draft projection. Things can change quickly and drastically when it comes to the NHL draft, but at the time of writing, Reid looks like a surefire top 10 pick who will likely go in the top 5. In fact, with no consensus first overall pick at this stage, you could make a real argument for Reid. This is a special player. Let's take a look at some quotes. Reid isn't overly physical, but he works hard enough and makes plenty of stops due to his reach, feet, and compete level, even while playing an aggressive style of playing offensively. He projects as a major minutes NHL defenseman who can run a first power play, from Corey Pronman of The Athletic. Almost all his ice time comes at even strength and on the power play. He's a high-volume shooter and creative playmaker. 4 of his 5 assists were primary ones in this segment. The two-way defenseman and Michigan State commit projects as a potential top pairing defenseman. This coming from Jason Bukala of Sportsnet. At 6'2", the mobile defender has a big frame and he plays with a ton of power. I love his skating and I really believe he can rise up the ranks for a team chasing an all-around offensive defender. This coming from Stephen Ellis of the Daily Faceoff. Let's take a look at what Chase Reid's strengths are. 1, his edge work, straight line and his straight line speed, his size, power play. He can quarterback the power play, 5-on-5 play driving, shot both short and long range, defensive stick, retrievals, and his ability to start breakouts. Plays a ton of minutes and has taken a huge leap in the last calendar year. That could mean more growth is ahead. Let's take a look at some things that he could improve on and that might be under construction. Projects as a two-way player, but could see defensive improvement. Current injury, previous track record falls well short of other top draft eligible prospects. Let's take a look at his NHL potential. Reid has a franchise defenseman potential. My favorite ceiling player comparison for him is Zach Werenski of the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're both terrific skaters, take a ton of shots, and are elite play driving defensemen. Werenski's bulkier, but he's the exact same height at 6'2". Let's take a look at the risk/reward analysis. Risk is 2.5 out of 5. The reward is, of course, 5 out of 5. Looking at the fantasy hockey potential, he's a 10 out of 10 on offense and a 7.5 out of 10 on defense. Taking a look at his awards and achievements, 22-23 T1 EHL 15U champion. That same season, he was a T1 EHL 16U champion. In 24-25, he was a part of the OHL first all-rookie team. And in 24-25, he had the most assists by a rookie in the OHL with 33. Taking a look, they have some interviews/links. Of course, I will link this profile in the description down below. You guys can check out those links. But taking a look at his stats here, you have, going all the way back to 2016, 2017. And then you can see from this 22-23 Victory Honda 15U AAA, he had 34 points in 63 games for that, which is huge. But looking down at his most recent season with the Sioux Greyhounds, 25-26, you have him at 48 points in 45 games, 18 goals, and 30 assists. And, of course, he had 1 point in 4 games in the playoffs there as well. Of course, he has made it known that he will be going to Michigan State University in the NCAA, so we look forward to seeing that. But those are the stats. Again, you can check out these videos when I link this in the description down below. But I believe that is it for the profile. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little video talking about Chase Reid. And of course, I think we even heard Dave Hall say it on a recent episode of Canucks Conversation that, if Chase Reid is available and the Canucks do draft, 3rd overall, he is, of course, the best player available, and he's someone that he thinks the Canucks should go after. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys think if the Canucks drop down to 3rd overall, should they go after Chase Reid? If both Ivar Stenberg and Gavin McKenna are off the board, do you guys think the Canucks should go after Chase Reid? Once again, let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, let's check out the official NHL odds for tomorrow. Well, technically today. But let's take a look at the Blue Jackets and the Carolina Hurricanes. The Blue Jackets are a plus 1.5 and a minus 162 on the puck line, while the Hurricanes are a minus 1.5 and a plus 136 on the puck. Blue Jackets are a plus 154 on the money line, and the Hurricanes are a minus 185 on the money line. Just a reminder, these odds are, of course, subject to change, and of course, please play responsibly. But a big thank you and shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook, which is, of course, an official sponsor of this video, and of course, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is built for the fastest game on ice. With player props and live betting, every shift, every shot, every save gives you options to get in on the game with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN, that's code THPN, to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois, 21 plus in most states, void in Ontario, restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which will expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. This is a limited time offer. Copyright 2026 NHL, all rights reserved. This video has been a presentation of both DraftKings Sportsbook as well as the Hockey Podcast Network. Be sure to check out the network for your favorite podcast covering your favorite team at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com, the home of hockey podcasts, where it's every team, everywhere. Once again, drop your comments down below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next line.